Hello, I'm Hannah from the School of Mines, Queer Students and Allies. After like 3 failed attempts at groups, we're rebuilding again, and we actually got to send 2 representatives up to Pier to lobby against the bill. It was awesome, but you know what they had to report to me was that the co-founder didn't even know what was in the bill, and that the writer thought that it was for equality. So, just shows you, how much they know. So.
Hi, I'm Jesse.
Thank you, Pam. I'm actually not from Rapid City. Both of my parents are in the military. They both have served. My dad for 24 years, my mother for 22 years. They both just retired in the past 2-3 years here. My dad was a major, my mother was a master sergeant.
Woo! I bet you had a clean bedroom.
They did all of it. So, and part of my travels going throughout really all over the United States, meeting all different types of people, I've had a lot of opportunities and privilege that a lot of other people have not. Most importantly, last year I was actually able to volunteer with the Human Rights Campaign out in DC when we were protesting in front of the Supreme Court. Very important. It's great to see how many people are here that are just as enthusiastic as the crowds that I saw that day a year ago. A story I want to share with you guys as well as actually working the booth to hand out t-shirts. Something I learned is that everybody here has a story. We have a reason why we're here at this rally, whether it's personal, a friend, family member, maybe an event we witnessed. But each of those stories are important. So while handing out t-shirts, I really like to talk and get to know the people that I was really handing t-shirts with and asking them different stories. The most probably emotional story was there was a man, mid-30s. He came up and asked if he could have a t-shirt, and of course offered him, and asked him a couple questions, name, thank you for coming, and what was your story? What he told me is that he was there to support his brother. And I said, well, would your brother like a shirt? He said, he can't have a shirt. His brother actually died 8 years ago in Iraq. You see, his brother was closeted gay serving in the military. He actually had a partner at the time, and his brother was telling me the story about how shortly after his brother died, his partner wasn't notified in any way, didn't receive any type of benefit compensation. He couldn't attend any of the counseling groups that military bases provide to spouses of the deceased. And it really resonated with me, because being military and seeing it, I witnessed a lot of the different funerals and losing of essentially were family members. And it just reminds me every day just how important this fight is, not only to citizens here, but to citizens that come in from other states, our military, our outside visitors, tourists. You see, because in Senate Bill 128, it doesn't just discriminate against you and me, it discriminates against all of us. It's a universal cause. And the most important thing is we can send soldiers overseas to die for us, but we're going to set up a bill where we can legally say, I'm sorry, you're going to have to sit in the back of the restaurant or not serve you at all. The fact that my dad can serve multiple tours of duty in Iraq, but he can't even buy me a wedding cake for my wedding. So I just want you guys to really keep that with you, just the passion that you guys have here and now, this enthusiasm for coming out here, even when it's cold, and showing your support, making these posters, coming together, people you don't even know, talk to them, find out their story, get to know one another. And just remember what we're doing this for. Not only for me, it's not only for you, it's for everybody. It's also for the unborn children. It's for the kids who are going to be here in 20, 30, 40 years, looking back and wondering, what did we do to change the environment we're in?
All right, well, my name's Corey McCreary, and I'm up here because this bill really affects me. 3 years ago, I was fired from my job. I was let go and told that the reason that I was let go was because I was transgender and the employer didn't want to affect his business by keeping me employed there. It was rough on me because I'm a good worker. I'm a hard worker. And I need my paycheck to get by in life. But I realize now that's not the job I wanted. If he didn't want me there, I didn't want it. to work for him. But that's not a reason anybody should lose their job. And this bill would legalize the ability to fire people for who they are and not for what they're doing at the job. I saw a sign over there that said, "Who I love is not a job skill."
Yeah.
It truly isn't. Because what does it matter what I do in my personal life if I'm doing my job just as good as the next guy or better than the next guy? South Dakota needs laws that protect our LGBT community, not laws that break us down and hurt us. Tell them what you did to them. So, after I got let go, I reached out and I found a friend who was a lawyer, and he put me into contact with a brilliant law firm. Some of you may have heard of them, Lambda Legal. And they took my case. They said, absolutely, we'll fight for you. And they took it to the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, who presides over discrimination in the workplace. And the EEOC jumped at my case. They said, absolutely, we're going to take that. And they told the employer that if he wanted to take it to court, they would certainly do that. Or they offered him a settlement. He took the settlement. And in September, I walked away with a settlement that got me not only some compensation for the pain and heartache that I went through, but it got some protections in the state of South Dakota. Despite what the writers of this bill say, LGBT people are protected by Title IX of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The EEOC has made that clear, not only in my case, but in Macy versus Holder, in Beth versus Bundy. We are protected, whether it's by laws that are written now or by laws that were written in 1964. The biggest thing is, though, that we need laws that are written specifically for us. We don't want to piggyback on laws that were written for other people. We want laws that protect us. We need